just explain some things about before, because I noticed that a lot of times someone will ask me something, but it'll be after they've done it, and then I always feel like maybe I didn't explain it better, and then I'm like, okay, I have no time, no problem, just breaking it down again. And so for me, it's called, with the rhinestone sheets, let's just say this is called, just because they stick doesn't mean they'll stick. Now, I always tell you all about my prep, how I pre-prep everything. And I know a lot of people don't choose not to do that. But then when something happens, then they're like, I bought the same rhinestone sheets as you or whatever, but this happened. And then I'm like, but you didn't pre-prep. Let me explain. I'm going to show again. Do you see? Hey, Stephanie. How are you doing today, girl? Look, I'm having, tippy toes because I forgot to put my laptop and have it where I'm able to see you all. If y'all have any questions, thank you for that, because I would have never paid attention to know. If I wouldn't have thought to look up just now to see the angle, I would not even have known you had said something. So let me just pull up YouTube right quick on my laptop. Sorry, I should have had this already done, but y'all already know. Takes me a minute, but once I get it, I'm good. So move everything out the way. Well, while that's loading, I'm going to show you all again. Now, do you see how thick this is? I hope y'all able to see that thickness. This is thick for a reason. It's thick because you're supposed to heat this up. I always explain that. You see how it's hard to bend or whatever? You see how it's like that for a reason, because it's like that because it's not in the form that, it needs to be. Now, and like I said, yes, it sticks, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay. Even with when you use regular tape, do you notice you'll use the tape on a surface and it'll stick for a while, but then you'll start noticing it'll peel down? Yeah, yeah, because the surface. Okay, so here we go. So I always say I can just say things, but I can say and show. I always like to do that because I feel like it's easier to just show you what I mean. I still haven't gotten that to load up, but okay. So again, this is thick. Let me just get something really quick to just use as, look, my test dummy. How about that? And I'm gonna just cut this really quick. And yes, it's better to cut it with that backing still on there, because if you want to ruin your scissors, try to do it with it off there, and it, trust me, you will ruin your scissors. So, okay, this is okay. I'm gonna use these pair. This is a pair of jeans really quickly. So let's just pull these up. Okay. Now, separating those two. This is so crazy. It still hasn't opened. I'm gonna. It's always like that. It's how they say, everything can go wrong will go wrong, because you all know I'm. That's gonna bother me. But I'm gonna keep moving. So this is gonna be two pieces, right? Now I'm gonna peel the backing off of one, right? And then I'm gonna just stick it to here, okay? And like I said, it's sticking, right? But just because it sticks doesn't mean it's gonna stay. And then right here, I'm going to actually show you how it looks when I apply heat. Now I'm gonna put this right here. I'm trying to make sure you both are in. There we go. So hold on, because I don't want it to slide off. Let me get my transfer tape, which is this is my go-to, no lie. Like, look how they say, I swear by this, okay? And you'll go, but it's just a transfer tape. But I told you it can handle heat, so it's way more than that. Look, you will learn to love it as well, okay? So put it on there, right? Woo! Okay, that iron is hot. And I'm going to put that down there. And guess what? I actually remembered where my dang on glove was at. This glove, I never find it. Never find my glove. Now I got it. Okay. So again, I'm applying heat to this. Now I want you to look, because I don't want you to worry about, oh, that plastic is gonna melt. No. And this is high heat, I promise you. I'm not gonna put my hand on there to prove that, because I'm not a dummy. And like I said, I'm showing you what happens when you apply heat to here on these rhinestone sheets versus just leaving them like this, because like I said, you go, oh, but they stuck on it. But that does not mean they're going to stay. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to still try to get my computer to act right. And you go, you feel confident leaving it on there? Yeah, I actually do. I'm so confident, I'm leaving it on there. Okay. Now I'm going to take it off now. Put that there. Get my glove on. Michael Jackson. And I'm just rubbing him in. Right? And I'm going to let this cool for a minute before I pull it up. But I want to show you the difference in the two, and why that's the whole purpose. That's the reason why the rhinestone sheets have that thickness about them, because you're supposed to heat them up. You're like, you get it. It's that's what they were made for. That's what they're exactly like the hot fixed stones, except it's clear. Like if the hot fixed stone stopped being black backing or gray backing and it had the clear backing, then y'all will go, oh, okay. But you get what I'm saying? So I'm going to pull that off now. Now I'm going to lift this up because I want you to see this. Now, do you all see how that's in there now? Look, do you see this? Now, I want you to see the difference. Now, look when I do this. Do you see that? Do you see that? And you go, but it's sticking. Yeah, but see, the difference is, see, I can just do this. See how that's going to come off? Now, you just picture that you're doing this on a tumbler. You're doing this on a glass. You're doing this in your car. You're doing this outside your car without prep or heating. This is what's going to eventually happen. It's going to be like a Band-Aid. It's going to be stuck for a minute. But as that car, the temperature gets cold or hot, it's going to start doing that. Now let's go back to here. There is no lifting this up, because you did what? You did what you're supposed to do. You heated this up. And look, I want you to see with my nails, even trying to go up underneath it. Do you see this is not happening? I'm able to pick and it's not coming up. Now let's go right here. See how you can't do that with this? Because you didn't use it for the purpose. So let's go to something else. Because I told you, I like to show on all surfaces. That way you can be able to see that I took my time taking a lot of tests. My car that I've customized, this is my third car that I customized. My very first car, before I put anything in it, I actually did what? I did a test. I didn't just use, please no, I did a regular where I just took my sticker, my sheets, and I put it in the car where it would be in direct contact with the sun, right? And then in different areas, this is when when I first got into it, people were telling me all these different adhesives. So I had all my realist members, y'all remember my glue graveyard? Like, y'all remember the glue graveyard? Girl, I'm glad I'm your enabler. But so on one panel, I just used a little bit, because people go, oh, you think I'm about to ruin my car? No, you actually don't. You can just do a dime size of whatever adhesive, right? And then just let time pass. As you go, how much time? 5 days. And I want you to pay attention in them 5 days. That E gonna look exactly like it did when you first put it down. That annins and all these other ones, it's gonna do this thing. Okay, remember when you were little and you would take the Elmer's glue and you would put it on in the palm of your hand, and you'll wait till it's dry, and then you're able to peel it up and it looks like a scab. That's exactly how that glue is going to look when you do that. And that's why you're not going to want to learn. Like, that's what I did before I did any project. I did tests because I needed to. I don't like mistakes. And I know people go, everybody makes mistakes. And yes, that is true. But also, if we just take time and do a few tests ahead of time, it's less mistakes you are likely to make if you find your answers before. Now, here we go. Now, I did this tumbler thingy over a year ago. No, this is over 2 years ago. Look, make sure I say it right. All right. Now, I did this specifically, and you go, well, why? Because I was in different groups, and people were saying you can't put rhinestone sheets on plastic. And I was like, that's not true, because this is the Dollar Tree bottle. Y'all remember these? And I wanted to prove them. Well, not prove them wrong. I wanted to prove why. Again, you should do your own test. Do you get that? Because eventually, don't get me wrong, it's good to ask people, hey, what do you think it is? But if they've never tried it, they just had someone else tell them that's not a good idea, then do you get where I'm going? Now, with this part, I'm going to show you what I did. I took this, and do you see what that says? Permanent fast tack. I applied it to this plastic surface, and then I measured my sheet out, because that's another good thing to do. Before you take the backing off this and it's left with that sticky, please just turn it over. Turn your sheets over and just measure the amount you actually going to need. Say you are about to do, one of my friends in the group, hey Sharon, she is customizing her car. That's my girl. That's what I'm talking about. You go, girl. But like, she didn't need me to, tell her to do, because she was like, I'm on this, and I was like, you do this, girl. I love when we all, like, we are all us cheerleaders. We cheer each other on, and we support each other on. I don't know if y'all are like me. I didn't have and I don't want anybody to think I bash my family. It's not that I bash my family, but there was no cheerleaders. There was my aunt and my oldest niece. Those were my cheerleaders. The rest of the family was like, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to do crafts? Stick to what you know. Y'all know the drill. So for me to finally have crafters like me, that's like, girl, well, try it. Just do it. If you fail, okay, well, at least you try. I needed those cheerleaders in my corner. Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. So when I did this, right, instead of just taking that tape off and let me just stick it to that and hope for the best, no. I took some wax paper and I measured it already, and then with the wax paper I was able to put it there, and I was able to cut out the exact size that I would need, where you wouldn't be able to say, oh, I see some seams. No, you don't. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was able to do that exactly after I cut the rhinestone sheet like I needed. And yes, this is a rhinestone sheet. Then I sprayed this on there. I waited. See, you got to wait. People don't want to wait. You have to wait until the surface gets tacky. Then you apply it, leave it alone. Look, and then what I also do and recommend, the thick rubber bands? Hold on, let me see, where are my rubber bands? And yes, I have a Ziploc bag with rubber bands in it. Don't judge me. I'm weird, okay? And I keep lying and saying one day I'm gonna make one of those big, remember the big rubber bands, balls people used to make? I used to want one of them so darn bad. But then I like the thick ones. I just put it around it in 3 different sections, and I left it alone to completely lock in. And then you go, and then you stopped. No, then I took my transfer tape, like I just showed y'all I used on the jeans, and I wrapped it around it. I took my dang on heat gun, and then I hit it with that heat. The first thing I hit, which was the seam where they two join in, I made sure I hit it with that. I had my gloves, and I made it look press, lock that in. Then I hit the rest, right? Same thing with here, with the topper, right? And that's how I was able to do it, and that's why it still looks good, and that's why I was able to prove, yes, you can. Because people will go, you can't apply heat to plastic. Yes, you can if you have a protective coating of something, and that's this. I just showed y'all how it handles heat. So yes, and you go, well then how does it heat up the stone? The same way with hot fixed stones. With hot fixed stones and a tool. Look, look, I'm about to bring y'all, we all go to school together. Let's all hang out at school together. Let's go. Now, the hot fixed tool, right? It actually only goes on the top of that stone. But the heat from this heats up the top of that stone to the point where it what? It melts the hot fix glue on the bottom and has it locked. So that means what? All you have to heat is the front. And it what? That adhesive on the bottom locks it in. It's the same thing. You're just using a different way of doing it to get the same. You're accomplishing the same thing. And that's why I have no problem saying, yes, with my car, I prep my surface because, yes, understand, the same thing I'm doing is the same thing people do with shoes and tumblers all the time. Every time you see somebody with Converse shoes, right? The first thing they show you is how what? They say the stone's going to pop off here, so they do whatever they got to do to change the surface so that it doesn't happen. With me, with shoes, I do a different way. Do you see how shiny that is? Because I pre-prep with E6000 on that. This is the regular surface. This is the same rhinestone sheet I just was using. Look, let me find my scissors. Oh, I'll go right here. Okay. And like I said, it's so much easier, and it takes just a second to show you the verses. How we put it like that, the verses. And this is not just with rhinestone sheets, with adhesive as well. That's me putting it on that pre-prep with E6000, and it's dried. You don't want to do it while it's wet. Why? Because it's not going to lock on. It's going to be moving around, and that won't make sense, okay? This is the surface of just a regular surface. Now, this is what, like I said, we've done this. Now, you go, but you haven't done that with that. You didn't apply heat. But you see how when I changed that surface? Look, I want you to, let's listen. Look, we're going to use all our senses. Hold on. I had to restart my laptop, so hold on. I'm about to finally have the chat up. Look, dreams do come true. Okay. Hey, Carla. Okay, because I couldn't see nothing. Nothing. But okay, so here. So like I said, this is on a regular surface. I haven't treated it or nothing. Look. Listen. Okay. Now this is the one pre-prep with E6000. And like I said, it's dry. I want you to look from to the sides too of how it lays different when you pre-prep it too. Now, do you see how you can see almost like as if you can see the bottom of it? Look at the sides. Now look again. Here we go. Now look at the sides here. Do you see how that's laying down? Look at that. I want to try to get as close as I can. Now, again, still, you go, oh, well, you're just going to leave it like that. No, this is the same thing with my car. Even though it's sticking to it, does that mean it's going to stay? Do you get what I'm saying? Now, let's go there. I'm going to, again, get my stickiness. Let's put it on there. And you go, you're going to put the iron on? Yes. I told y'all, I'm confident enough with what I have practiced and learned, and I've learned. It took me years to get it. So yeah, this is my method. I'll always say a lot of people could go, that doesn't make sense or that won't work, but I will always prove. I'll have facts, I have videos, years of this to be able to say I know for a fact that this works. And that's all I can do is be able to prove. I can say, but I can also prove. And as you see, I'm still going to be holding this on now. And we're going to hold it. Again, hold it. Because it can handle it. And yes, look. Hot. We all know that's hot. That's hot. That's hot. And yes, I did this in my car. I did this in my car on my wheel. I did this on my side paneling. And I didn't use this one. Y'all know I have my mini iron. That's my baby. And I love her. Everybody say hi to her. And I told you I love her because you can adjust her. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Do you see that? I love her. Let it keep pulling. Now let's pull that off. I usually let that dry, but I mean cool off, but ooh, yeah. Hold on. Wear my little glove. Look, y'all know I'm not gonna touch this again. I got you, Glovey. I recommend getting one of these. These suckers are on Amazon. They're only like $3. So yeah, I'm gonna hold and press. This is the same thing I was doing with it with the protective clear thing on it. Y'all see where I had it at before. Now we got blue on it, but oh well. And I'm holding it because I'm trying to wait until it cools down because, well, of course, the iron is hot. And like I said, once it cools down, we're going to still play that same game of will it now come up? I want to show you again. Sides. Sides. And like I said, this is still hot. Woo. Girl, y'all, them irons get hot. We're going to put that over there for a second. You go, is that hot? Yeah. But I'm promising you, it's not going to lift up. Now, you go, what about a glass? Same thing. Now, say you're going to do just part of the glass. Say you're going to just use a rhinestone sheet here. Because I've seen a lot of people that use the rhinestone sheets and they do a combination. Like, say you're going to just use the rhinestone sheets here or maybe here. And then you're going to do, scattered method or whatever right here. Then guess what? I will take my masking tape. I will cover, this part. You're looking. Because there's a lot of people say you don't want to use E6000. I don't like to make it seem like you got to use E6000 or it's game over. No, I have found different adhesives that work for me. So that's why I'm able to tell you, hey, you don't want to use it? I got something else for you. You spray this on it again. Wait till it's tacky. Apply your little sheet. Do that hold. And like I said, do your clear and then apply that heat because that's locked in. Once it's locked in, you good. Do your scatter method and then boom, it's fine. Here we go again. Are you looking? Do you see this is me trying to pull it up and it's not coming up? Just in case you want to hear that sound of me trying to pick it up. And that's why my method works for to lock these stones in. That's why I'm trying to like tell people, because say you see the way I've customized my car, and then you go, oh, I'm gonna customize my car, and then you'll get these rhinestone sheets, you'll just stick them in there, and then you're driving around, and then they start peeling up, and you're like, well, why? That's why, because you're sticking them to just the same surface that you had it at, and no, it's not gonna work. Just like you tell anybody that customizes tumblers, well, just put your stones on there. Don't rough the. They be looking at you like, are you crazy? Why? Because they already know what works. So there we go. Now let's have some fun because I had also done a video showing rhinestone sheets and how to do like say you want to do the rainbow, but I need y'all to understand that's not just for the rhinestone sheets. That's for any. I'm about to have y'all shook because that's for anything. Okay, this is just a regular hat that I had, right? I call this a one-hit wonder. Y'all like me, y'all will start a craft and then you be like, never mind. But that's fine. These are regular clear glass stones, right? Say you want these stones to be a color that you don't see. I love when there's a color that I want, but they don't have it. Like you can look everywhere and you're like, I don't see it nowhere. Then the fun part about having permanent markers, you make that color happen. So say I didn't want it to be clear. But say I don't have the stone colors that I want. Do you have clear? Then you now have the stone colors you want. So yeah, I don't want you to just think, oh, it has to just be rainbow. No, you can turn all your stones into that color that you want. You could do a whole hat in a look and make them the exact same color that you want. Are you looking at this? I hope y'all seeing this. Hello, are y'all looking? And you go, oh no, that's going to mess up the stones. I'm sorry. Hold on. No, it's not. You see these? Yes, you see that shine still hitting. I'm sorry. Let's get close. Hold on. Let me move this glass out the way. Let's bring this close. See, it's about when you realize, get out your comfort zone. That's what I call it. And do your own test. Do you get what I'm saying? Learn that you are not clouding your stones up. You are coloring your stones, your good quality stones. Hello. You taking them from one level to the next level without what? Messing up the quality of your stones. I'm trying to make sure I get as close as I can so y'all can see. Look at my peaks. Look at them cut to the stones. And they are still what? Gorgeous. Not just on them. Got my little glass right here, right? Say you want to add a little something to it, but you want it to just stand out. You know how you love when people do the ombre? I love it too. But let's do the ombre with a little marker fun. Now, oh, I also want to show you this. Let me just get it. Let me get it. Get it. Oh, Lord, now that song in my head. Don't stop. Get it. Like, I wanted some canary yellow. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all ain't seen them stones, but they like, canary yellow. There are certain colors, rhinestones, where the price been going up so high, I'm up there like, you must be playing with me. No. So I made my own canary yellow. Are you looking? Let's get close. Because like I said, I don't want you to think this devalues the quality. And you see, I wanted to make sure you see this was my regular clear. And what? Now I have my canary yellow. Make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Okay, now that song in my head. Everybody, make it happen, baby. Make it happen. What? Make it happen. Okay. Now, let's do some ombre. Okay, let's start off with this color. Now, this is the 2-pointer. Y'all remember these? All my realist members in the craft group, y'all remember when I was like, y'all got to get these markers? I'm so glad y'all did, because why, when I went on Amazon to go get the link for somebody, they was gone. It was like literally like, sorry, but you missed it. So here we go. Let's do some ombre, baby. So got this. Got this. Hold you down, because yes, you're going to need to give it a minute for it to what? Dry. Yes. Like, y'all gonna, I'm telling y'all gonna start thinking out this box. I don't care if you're like, you got to make me. Well, yeah, because sometimes okay, put it simply, sometimes we fear change, even in the craft world. Say you're so used to doing something one way. I don't know, the fear of having to start from this, start and learn something new. Sometimes you don't want to do that and you'll think you'll mess up or whatever. I always say, just take some time to just do a sample. One. I always say it all starts out with one. Okay? And once you do that one and you're comfortable with it, you'll want to do more and more, just stepping out. What? That comfort zone. Look. Let's literally, I'm doing ombre, baby, because what I said, I want some ombre in my life. So I just put some what? Ombre in my life. Are y'all looking at this? I'm trying to make sure it's clear. There we go. Look at this, y'all. Come on. There we go. And I didn't go all the way to baby pink to what? The clear. Are you looking at that? So just think about, like, say you customizing a tumbler. Say you customizing with all clear, and then you like, I wish I would have. I wanted to do some kind of ombre, but I didn't. I waited too late. Not too late. Again, these are clear stones. Look. Make your ombre. Make your ombre happen. I'm making your ombre happen here. I'm making it happen so you can see that, yes, you can make it happen. You know how you'll go, well, how I know it? I'm showing you, you can make it happen. Yes, yes. Are you looking at that? So, like I said, I wanted to do a live just explaining, just different forms and ways and what you would want to do as far as prepping your surface before applying rhinestone sheets. Because like I said, to just stick these on and think, oh, that's all I have to do. I'm like, nah, there is more. There's just a tad bit more, but it all starts before you even apply them. And yes, if you could feel the surface, I had already sprayed this. But then I will what? I will still hit it with that heat. I will still go back, get my and I'm telling you, you can reuse this until you pass out. I'm being dead serious. That's why I love something that can be reused. I don't like. It's not that I don't like spending a lot of money. I like getting my money's worth from a project or something that I buy. And if I'm able to use this transfer tape numerous times and it could continue to handle heat and my surface and everything still look beautiful, then why would you not? So that's it for my live. I hope I covered everything. If you have any more questions, just hit me in the comments. I always answer questions. And if it's somewhere you like, look, girl, I'm gonna need you to do a video showing me this because I can't picture it. Hey, you got it. All right, bye all. Yeah, this is my new theme music. Look, carousel ride.